So why do we need these pieces of paper? Why do we need money? Why do we use money? You know, many people tend to be afraid of the modern economy and tend to be afraid of money. But to get rid of this fear, we need to understand the money, we need to understand why we use money. And in this video, we are going to talk about it. Hey, it's Dario and this is Divity Trading, a platform where we can share our best tips and tools when it comes to trading, investing or finance in general. And if you love the subject, please consider subscribing. So why do we use dollars, euros, yens, pounds, franc and not something else? In this video I'm going to explain you the concept of money from a non-professional point of view. That's because I'm 20 years old and I have no studies related to economics. And all I've learned, I learned it online or by asking to people that knew more than me. So don't worry, I will not use fancy words that nobody understands. But hey, before we start, if you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like and let me know in the comments down below what is the thing that you understand the less when it comes to economy. Back in the days, as you know, we used barter, but that had a couple of problems. One of them was the ability to give value to certain products. It was really hard to give a certain value to a certain product because if I had some milk, how many fishes would that be? And what if the milk was 1 day, 2 days, 3 days old? How much fish then would that cost? And so to give that certain value was really hard. And also both products were to be consumed. So if a family had a certain amount of bananas, the next day they eat a banana and they have less value to exchange. Another problem was simply that if I had milk and I wanted fish, the seller of the fish maybe didn't want milk. So how could we exchange those two products if you didn't want my product? And that was one of the major problems. So we needed a means of exchange, something that we both accept and that we can use then to exchange something else that we really want to buy. And so at that point the society started to use silver and gold. That's because they were precious material and they were rare, so people couldn't find it on the street. And so they kept easily their value, and so they started to use gold coins and silver coins as a means of exchange. And we used gold and silver for quite a long actually, but then we started to realize that it was too heavy. And also, fun fact, people started to scrape the gold coins to make new gold coins from older gold coins, and that's bad because someone could get rich here out of nowhere, and that's actually not good. So at that point the society started to say, you know what, I will deposit my gold to the bank, and the bank said, you know what, okay, I will take your gold and I will give you a receipt, and on that receipt I will write how much gold you have. And you know what people started to do? They started to exchange receipts. If I had a receipt where there was written 100 units of gold, for example, I could give that receipt to someone else, and that someone else could take that receipt, go to the bank and withdraw the gold. And so the years go by, the economy evolves, and we have central banks who control the gold reserve of a country. And the central bank is the only one who can issue those receipts, those banknotes. And that's why we call them banknotes, because they are notes issued by the bank. It's simple as that. So again, the years go by, at one point people start to forget about gold. We know that banknotes are backed by gold, but we don't really care about having that gold, and so it's fine. I will just use banknotes and it's okay. But then around the 1930s, we have the Great Depression, and the central bank has a really big problem. They cannot increase the quantity of money in the economy how they want, because back in the days with the gold standard, the bank had to buy gold in order to increase the quantity of money in the economy. But in the 1930s, because of the Great Depression and the major deflation, the bank needed to increase the inflation so much, and they needed to do that quickly, and so they decided to say, you know what, let's detach the currency from gold and see what happens. So from the 1930s to the 1970s, the central banks all across the world started to detach gold from their currencies. And again, they needed to do that because they needed to have more flexibility when it comes to inflation and deflation. And we are going to talk about inflation and deflation in later videos, so don't worry about that. But to make it even simpler, they needed more flexibility to increase and decrease the quantity of money in the economy. And to do that, again, they needed to detach the money from the gold. And so let's make a quick recap to understand exactly why we use this money. So first of all, we use the money to give value to a certain product, and it's really easy to give value with money because money doesn't expire. And another reason why we use specifically this kind of money, these banknotes issued by a central bank, it's because we need to have the flexibility to control the quantity of money in the economy, to increase and decrease the quantity, and to increase and decrease the inflation. But again, we are going to talk about deflation in later videos, so just subscribe to be notified. And so by using this kind of money, we have a really high flexibility when it comes to economics maneuvers. And so that's why we use money and how money works. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and let me know in the comments down below what is the thing that you understand the less about economy. And I'll see you in the next video. So how does an index work? What is an index? Who creates indexes? Why should I invest in indexes? All these questions are very crucial if we want to invest our money responsibly. And so in this video we are going to answer all these questions. But stick around till the end, because at the end of the video